Hello and welcome to another update video about Doge. Yeah, we will take a look maybe, at the larger time frame first before we dive into the smaller time frame wave count for Doge. So let's take a look at the long-term chart for Doge, bigger picture. And you can see here on the Doge chart that we are still holding above upper support. So we haven't even broken that upper support area. We're still way above it. And the price touched it obviously a few days ago, then took off, touched the next fib level, which is resistance. Levels are respected, clearly. So we're basically just ranging between the support zone and actually the upper level of that Fibonacci support, which is at around 34.5 cents. And the next upside Fibonacci level at 48.4 cents. These are currently our parameters. On the smaller time frame, we can see all these Fibonacci levels that are relevant for this current wave, which means they provide support. And that means our roadmap here, which is basically what this wave count is, doesn't need to change as long as we're holding above the orange support zone, or at least as long as we don't break below it. Price action at the moment looks pretty good, looks pretty bullish still. Yes, we are moving sideways. I know it's a bit boring, but that is probably just consolidation, I would say, at least based on what I can see now. That would prepare the price for one more high at least, right? The idea is on this wave count or on this chart that we should get one more high in wave 5 of 3. Idea was that maybe wave 5 already started, but the bulls couldn't break higher, so this is probably still part of wave 4. Wave 5 is a bit delayed, and it should take the price to 60 cents now more clearly, because the previous high here, which was probably just part of a still unfolding wave 4, already reached the 48.4 cent level, which was the next fib level. So it means the next high should ideally get to 60. That's again the 138% extension, and we'd like to see wave 3 get there. Then we could get another wave 4 and another wave 5 to complete circle 3. That would at least be ideal. Today, I mean, despite Bitcoin's correction, it's not massive anyway, but despite Bitcoin's correction, Doge is holding quite well. So let's take a look at the smaller time frame actually. This is precisely what we talked about yesterday, that we might get into the region of the previous A wave low before this wave 4 is complete. But that we might not break below the A wave low. And that is due to the overshooting B wave. So these corrections, specifically wave 4 corrections, can include overshooting B waves very often, especially these so-called flat corrections, especially if the overall market sentiment is still quite bullish. So these wave 4s, they tend to see overshooting B waves in the altcoin sector. That gives you basically a fake out to the upside, and then the price comes down anyway. And there are a couple of different patterns that can unfold, like a so-called expanded flat, in which the C wave goes a little bit below the A wave. That's quite common. But we see increasingly often these running flat corrections where, especially on smaller time frames, not uncommon, where we see the C wave end above the A wave. And it doesn't look quite finished yet, but now we've reached 100% extension. So what you see here in blue, those micro Fibonacci levels, they are the standard targets for the internal C wave. Doesn't mean we couldn't go below it, but this is now the area where, wow, the price has now reached the target. Now let's see if the price can turn around here, either at 37.2 cents, 34.9, 33.7, or even 31.7 cents. If it's a so-called running flat, we might never see the price go below the A wave. But then again, I need some kind of evidence that we've started the next move up. What would that be? Possibly a break above the last swing high here at around 34.7 cents. But that's not so, it's not so clear what this is. It might be an ending diagonal, this move down here. It doesn't make sense to put the micro count on here, but this seems like a relevant swing high around 43.7 cents. Better would of course be a break above that 48 cent level, the swing high from the 23rd of November. But one reason why this swing high is so important, the 25th of November high, it's 43.7 cents, is because it's also the swing high from the third wave that formed here on the 12th of November. So two swing highs that are relevant. And if the fifth wave unfolds, it needs to break minimally above that third wave high there. So that's what I'm watching for as indication that we've bottomed. Until then, we might get a few more downside squiggles. Overall, if the correction needs to extend, there's plenty of space here still. 28.8 cents and 25 cents. That's still part of what this fourth wave could do if it needs to. but it doesn't have to, you know. I'm leaning towards a rather shallow correction. That's the update about Doge. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.